Welcome to Albrecht Road. I'm Jordan, and today, I guess we're going to go over a little bit of the Thomas Massie news. Less so about, you can see it on screen, right? The tweet where Donald Trump, I think this is the second time where he's like, we need to primary this fool, get him out of here. But all these libertarian and just Trump supporters and 5D chess knowers are telling me, like, oh no, Trump secretly wants to take down the deep state and help the good guys win. Uh, but more importantly, I'll be showing a tweet that kind of explains where my mindset, my suspicions lie when I hear certain things from that are trying to be touted as some sort of positive that the Trump administration is doing, or any administration. Let's be honest about that. I think they all do this, but you'll see it when I play it, or when I show you. But first, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, donate, play them some metric, get the vibes up, then give them some money. There you go. Don't give anything to Do Dissonance. Fuck those guys. Give it to the links in the description box. Spend your money there. All right. So Trump, this is not a tweet. I think this is a Truth Social because he gets to put a mean mug with an American flag over his face. Yeah, that might be the whole point of it. But this is relatively old. From the 11th is from the 11th, I believe. But let me read it real fast. Thank you to the House Freedom Caucus for delivering a big blow to the radical left Democrats and their desire to raise taxes and shut our country down. They hate America and all it stands for. That's why they allowed millions of criminals to invade our nation. Sometimes sometimes it takes great courage to do the right thing. Congressman Thomas Massie, of beautiful Kentucky, is an automatic no vote on just about everything, despite the fact that he has always voted for continuing resolutions in the past. He should be primaried, and I will lead the charge against him. He's just another grandstander who's too much trouble and not worth the fight. Sound like anyone? Ron Paul fans? Ron Paul fans? Sound like anyone? Or the treatment of someone? He reminds me of Liz Cheney before her historic record-breaking loss. Okay. The people of Kentucky won't stand for it. Just watch. Do I have any takers? Anyways, thank you again to the House Freedom Caucus for your very important vote. We need to buy some time in order to make America great again. Greater than ever before. Unite and win. Okay. So he's there. He's basically trying to throw the Trump masses against this guy. And he's done it before, I believe. Although Massie keeps winning. Apparently. So it's interesting. Now, once again, Massie on the server, he's supposed to be one of those guys that the Trump guys are like, listen, we need to run things like this. And Massie would be a good guy in Trump's cabinet. Well, he wasn't in Trump's cabinet. And in fact, Trump is trying to get rid of him out of Congress itself. So you're getting quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Now, I just wanted to show that to showcase, like, okay, maybe it's gloves off for Thomas Massie. I haven't been paying too much attention to him, so maybe he was gloves off before. But this is blatant gloves off shit. I hope he wasn't fucking holding his tongue before, pause, because he's like, oh, no, I want to be on the president's good side so I can move him to the right or move him to the left or whatever the fuck you want to move him, right? On certain policy. Because, let's be real, a lot of people are doing that. Tulsi Gabbard, Jimmy Dore. Those types are doing that, right? They're trying to move him to a direction. I hope he was always critical, regardless of what, how many fans Trump has. But, okay, from the 10th, which is even before that, he made a little bit of a prediction. Kinda. Right here it says, the military-industrial complex demands about $50 billion per year in war. As soon as we quit spending $50 billion per year in Afghanistan, we start spending $50 billion per year in Ukraine. Watch where the next $50 billion per year goes when we stop sending it to Ukraine. We were still sending money and stuff to Ukraine, but I get what he's saying. It'll be shifted to somewhere else. And then he says this today, or yesterday, you could say. Regarding U.S. activity in Yemen, I recently said to watch for a new military engagement to compensate for the pullback in Ukraine. The military-industrial complex demands about $50 billion a year from our government, above and beyond what's necessary to defend our own country. So he's saying, kind of like what I was saying, where when Trump's like, we're pulling troops out of Syria, they end up in Iraq. Or Biden's like, we're pulling our troops out of Afghanistan. They end up somewhere else. All right? it's kind of I don't know. Based on evidence wise, it's kind of a no duh that this is what happens. But people are, I guess, still holding out hope for this. And this should be one of the right wing guys that are like, yo, this guy's full of shit, bro. But yo, this guy's full of shit. He's not anti-war. He just wants his wars, his and his team's wars. It's not really about, ending all war. I don't know who the fuck thought that up. Once again, Jimmy Dore. I don't know who was hoping for that, based on the first 4 years of the guy's presidency. Like the war on terror has no bounds to it. There's no country of origin. It is global. It's not just global, it's domestic and global. That means it applies here and it applies everywhere else around the world. When Tulsi Gabbard, ISIS or Iran or some fucking Arab people we don't like might cross the border and try to fight us in our own country. When she's using scare tactics like that, that usually means they plan on using those laws to some capacity, and you're the one who gets fucked by it. Straight up. And sorry to beat the Mahmoud Khalil story to death, but like, there's a blatant example, although it's happening to other people. People who are actually being deported. Where it's like, oh, I don't even care if Khalil had just a simple visa. I don't care if he was an illegal immigrant. He should be able to say what the fuck he's saying, from what I've seen, right? I mean, I say it for that goes for all speech for me. But even like on the law scale, like you're allowed to say these things. You can say I hate this guy or that guy. Not saying he said that, but you're allowed to do that, as far as I understand. And his only reason for deportation would be if he was like, oh, you're an illegal immigrant. That's why we're deporting you. Not that I agree with that either, personally. I'm just saying, like, there's no. They couldn't get him out. Like, they were just making shit up. Like, oh, you're a threat to national security. What do you think that is? That is the war on terror. Like, it is what it is. But, yeah. If people thought, like, once again, sorry to bring up Jimmy Dore so many times, but like, it is what it is, man. This guy toting around. Trump said he's going to cut 50% of the Pentagon budget or of the defense spending. And you see a blatant clip that says, "Nope, I never said that. I never said that." Yo, Trump just called Zelensky a dictator. I didn't call him that. I never did that. What are you talking about? It's incredible, bro, in real time. And I'm like, damn, what has this Orange Penguin done to garner such fucking trust? I don't understand it. And let's be real, the right-wing guys, their particular flavor of dumbness is to call me like a leftist or something like that. Oh, you're on the left, that's why you're like blah, 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 blah. We're going to see to Thomas Massie now. Probably not. Like oh, shut off. I mean, they'll never come back and tell me I was right about it, right? They'll probably be like, oh, well, you made that up, Jordan. Now Thomas Massie says it. You hear what Thomas Massie said, bro? You leftists don't get it. This is the way it is. It's like, I don't need any fucking crap. I'm just saying. It's just like, forget about me. Like, the arguments, how are these not being listened to? I walked away from politics for years. I come back, I make simple assessments, and people are like, what? No. it's like easy to look at, and you could tell. I don't know. I'm not some political genius, bro. I fucking hate politics, but it's just right in your face. And this is just another example, in my humble opinion. But do with it what you will. Do you guys want to say anything before I end the video? I just wanted to be a short little video showcasing this shit. But go ahead if you
No,
go ahead.
I just 100% with this tweet right here. Um, yeah, leaving Afghanistan, the money had to go somewhere. Went to Ukraine. Leaving Ukraine, it's going to go somewhere. That's just the way it is. So
Yeah,
I don't know where, but you know, time will show, and we'll see that we're not spending any less. So,
yeah. As far as
and
history
if I'm
says,
wrong, that'd
okay,
be
good.
nice. I'd love to be wrong, but that's just the pattern.
Yeah, history says the spending doesn't go down; it goes up. The spending usually goes up the opposite direction. So the 50 billion can become 55 billion or whatever. That's the direction it seemed to have gone that I've noticed. Each NDAA seems like there's more and more spending each time, and that's on top of what they were already spending. So it, I don't know how to like. What do we do with this? How to, like, like, what do you want me to say about that? And once again, if someone says we're gonna shorten this, drop the budget or cut the spending or whatever the fuck, I understand people listening to that. But with that orange fucking penguin, how the fuck? How'd you believe that? That should be the ultimate. Hold his feet to the fire about that. You said that. Hold his feet to the fire about it, right, Jimmy? Feet to the fire. That should be the number one. Like, yes, hold his feet to the fucking fire. He said it. Biden won't even say shit like that out loud. But Trump will to get your vote. Or Elon will do it for him. Or retweet something and be like, oh, look, that sounds like a good idea. He'll retweet Ron Paul and say, damn, that's like a good idea. Then it never comes to pass. But at least he tweeted about it. That shouldn't be good enough for you. For anyone. So,
Yeah,
yeah, good.
yeah. I just want to say about the point you just made about it keeps going up. It's pretty insane that like when George Bush invaded Iraq, like we had troops on the ground, we had all this. That was a pretty big deal. That was a response to 9/11, 9/11, right? So
Mm-hmm.
all of this was was pretty big.
Yeah.
And then like it still kept going up with Obama. He had many more wars. It went up.
Yeah.
With Trump, it went up. With Biden, it went up. With Trump, it's going up again. Like it's like, how are we doing that much more than those wars? Like whether we say we're not starting new wars or whatever, like the money's getting spent. So that I mean, you got to think about like, okay, like can you give any reason we would spend the same amount in the next year and the next year? Like it's
While
just
after
it's
claiming to end a war, right? Even after claiming to end
yeah.
a war, it still goes up.
It The way I've heard this phrase before, it's a hole in your pocket. Like it doesn't matter how much you put it into it. It's just gonna always, like the it doesn't make sense, right? But yeah, that's all I want to say. Like the fact that it keeps going up continuously is insane.
Well, also look how interests converge too, where it'll be a certain industry takes off, they have lobbyists. A certain country has a lobby, and they have lobbyists, and then weapons manufacturers also have a lobby,
Yep.
and how like all interests could converge into you get like more than two entities on board privately with your public um decision to go into X, Y, and Z countries.
Mm-hmm.
and like hundreds of thousands of people are of the elite of the elite are getting paid. Probably less than 100,000.
Yeah. And after you destroy, you got to rebuild, right? You got to have companies that go in there. You got to have mercenaries
Yeah,
that are security guards for the new
yeah.
contractors. And let's be real, American bases are staying there as well. Soldiers are staying there. Like, there are soldiers in Syria right fucking now, dude.
It's upkeep, all that.
Like, you want to go crazy? We got soldiers in fucking Germany right now. Like,
And
fucking.
that's why these tech companies are also so vital because you need logistics, you need GPS, you need new innovative ways of track and trace. All that shit how to move aircraft carriers more efficiently, like all types of shit
Cyber
involving
warfare.
cyber warfare too. I mean, they probably got the they got the off grid for that though. They don't need they got the real killers in those fields. But yeah, and it's like yo, and it's like this guy Trump being like yo, like he's doing the quiet part out loud. Like yo, get this guy out of here. He's fucking my wave up. That's what he's saying. He's a no vote on everything. I'm trying to get rich and shit. I made promises. I gotta keep them. This guy's out here. This guy's out here trying to tell game and shit. I don't need this. I don't need this headache in my life right now. Get this guy out of here.
Hey, y'all, get him! Yo, MAGA, get him! That's why he's
And then
trying
it's
to get
also
his goons out there and
yeah.
shit.
But it's also interesting because Massie, is Massie like actually coming at him or just a policy? Is there anything else to, or did I miss something in what you showed? Or it's like, oh, he's directly like talking about the president, or is it
Nah,
just like the insinuation?
I think he's saying this in a bigger scope, which would involve Trump, but I don't think he's talking
Yeah.
directly to Trump. He's
Okay,
doing
so
the
he
Ron
didn't
Paul
say
shit,
anything.
basically.
Yeah, he didn't say anything like, oh, like directly, like yo, like he's leading the boat on this and all that.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. Let's put it that way. He didn't have to, but sometimes people spell it out. He didn't spell it out. He just matter of factly said, "Let's see where this next 50 billion goes."
I think he wants to keep that, like, I keep it professional aesthetic to him. Just like Ron
Yeah.
Paul does. Like, I know I'm getting personally attacked, but I'll respond this way. I'll respond respectfully or some shit so that people, take me serious or whatever. Which is like, okay, if that's your thing, fair enough. Me, I'm just not like, I'll let it fly, bro. I'll let it
Yeah.
fucking fly. But yo, this guy next to me, he got 20 lobbyists in his office 24/7, bro. I'd be let it be known, bro. I'm like, this guy, I'd be like, by name, yo. This guy has lobbyists in his office all day and night, bro.
They write his legislation for him. Yeah, they write
They
they
turned his
write his
office door into a turnstile. He got so many motherfuckers in and
yeah.
out of there. Fuck. But, maybe that's not his thing. I hope he means well. I don't know enough about the guy to be like, to praise him or to shit on him. I just don't know enough about him. But I hear good, the most things I hear are good things, but then again, that's what I was hearing about Trump, too. I was hearing good things. Tulsi, that's all I heard, good things about him.
Well, it does seem like he's standing on some kind of principle pointing this out, but
I hope so.
some things are harder to point out than this that he's not touching. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, alright. Anything else anyone want to say before I end this? Going once, going twice. Sold! Alright. There's our video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Let it be known. Let it fly. If you don't, you'll be banned. I'll find you. You will also be banned if you don't donate, support, share, all the links in the description box. And you will be, I'll get Jesus to chuck you into hell himself if you don't give this video a thumbs down. Yeah.
Say you wanna get in, and then you wanna get out. When for cow.